Shout choruses. What are they and why are they so important for your blues playing? If you listen to any Wes Montgomery solo, it always gets to a part after the lines and the octaves where he's sort of imitating a big band. And when big bands play blues, there's something that they do where they sort of pass around the melody and have this question and answer thing between a soloist and a horn section. And you're trying to sort of imitate that thing on a guitar, and you want to get to a place where you can improvise that way. So think about a horn section as just 4 voices on a guitar that are sort of close to each other, right? So they could be playing a chord like this, like the top of your A13 chord. This thing, right? It'll be like tenor or trombone, tenor, alto, trumpet. And now when you go to the next chord, you just want to voice lead it to the closest thing that gives you some sort of jazzy sound, like maybe a D9. I'm just playing a blues in A. So 1 chord, 4 chord. But now try to use that stuff rhythmically to respond to your own lines. I'm just playing A pentatonic, right? But I'm going like... I used this horn type voicing for the A, this for the D, and then when I got to the 5 chord, I just moved that 2 frets up, a whole step up to be my 5 chord. And I just played a basic 1-4-5 blues with that technique. I'll do it a different way. Let's just do maybe 3 voices now to respond. So I'm just sort of responding to myself using these chords. You can make that a little bit more intricate the more shapes you know, and also not using that same exact rhythm all the time. If I just imagine how a big band would pass around something between a soloist and a horn section, right? Ba-da-ba-dee-ba-be-dum, clang, 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 ba-da-ba-dee-ba-ba-bam, la 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 la. Something like that, maybe. Or... playing around between imagining that melody part and that response from my horn section. And I'm just able to control the voices just by knowing a bunch of shapes. But you can study some of what I did, or just listen to those Benny Goodman albums, or Duke Ellington, or whoever, Count Basie. Just simple horn lines. All they're doing is just moving changes. Focus on one line at a time. It's not going to be that complicated of stuff, right? If you focus in on what, let's say, the trumpet is doing, it's going to be like, if I'm just playing the moving bass note in that trumpet part, it'll be like... that. Real simple parts that are barely moving. But you can really start using those parts as counter melodies in the spaces for what you're more flowing kind of playing, like... I'm trying to kind of play in the middle and show you that part on top, but that part would be a part of a chord, right? If this like blew your mind to a place where like, I don't even know where to start, it means you shouldn't start here. There's other things you're missing. But for some of you, maybe come back to this once you've really figured out some jazz blues chords, and you can start developing some sort of sense of freedom with this. If you can barely do it, just slow it way down. There's some really cool slow blues stuff that you can also do that's gonna sound killer. Cool. Subscribe to the channel, hit all the buttons, do all the stuff, and we'll see you next time. Join our Patreon too.